Good evening. My name is Jess Eastland. I live on Waterford Lane in Fort Collins, and I work on College Ave in between Mulberry and Laurel Street. So I may fall into the category of grumpy old man with this, but I would like to comment on illegally modified car and truck mufflers. Uh, I've lived in a lot of cities, and I've never lived somewhere where I would say there is noise pollution like Fort Collins. Um, no one has the right to be as loud as they want. Living in an urban area, we all need to take those around us into consideration. And this just is not happening in Fort Collins. Um, there, to me, there's nothing quite like the extremely loud and obnoxious noise from these already illegal mufflers. As I write this Sunday afternoon from my house, there were 5 vehicles with these mufflers driving by my house. It's inescapable. You cannot get away from it. While all vehicles make a basic level of noise, noise at any level is not something we should freely subject others to. It's just not something you can get away from. And it just seems to be getting worse in the few years that I've been here. And I just also have concerns that the police aren't doing anything meaningful to enforce this. Um, to me, what is more offensive than being in your own home, having to put up with this noise that permeates wherever you are, and it gets to be very frustrating. And I even hear it in my office, at work, and as homeowners, my wife and I pay property taxes. We never had kids. We're happy to make that contribution to the community, but we feel like our rights are not being respected. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Eddie Arthur. I'm here to talk about muffler noise per the meeting that's next week in the work session. Muffler noise has been getting worse for 25 years. In the past 5 years, it's kind of over the top. I don't go downtown and eat outside anymore. I struggle to have dinner conversation. And sometimes a car will come by and just scare the living hell out of me while I'm eating. The noise wakes babies, scares dogs, stops conversation, interrupts thought. In my own neighborhood, on a warm night, it's like I live near a highway or a racetrack. And muffler noise is kind of an angry and aggressive type of sound. And after hearing it for hours, your neighborhood starts to feel angry and aggressive. If you're looking to update the noise ordinances for muffler noise, please set the penalties to reflect that noise exists only to tick people off, muffler noise. It has no redeeming value like a train or even the hated leaf blower. Why not put up signs downtown and make the area where people eat outside and window shop a loud muffler noise-free zone and focus enforcement there? I hope at some point the city can show with actions that anything doesn't go in Fort Collins when it comes to muffler noise. If you don't want to expend the police resources on noise ticketing, then noise cameras are your solution. They are being used all around the world now, and the technology has advanced in the past couple of years to the point that noise tickets can now hold up in court. Thank you very much. I'm a business owner and a homeowner in District 6.
Thank you. Next we have Ian, and then we'll go to Roxanne.
Good evening, Council. My name is Ian Schneider. I live in Lee Martinez Park, very close by here. I might also be considered a grumpy old man when it comes to noise. But yes, I'm giving input for your session next week. When I was a young man, and I bought my house 25 years ago in this neighborhood, I was out in the garden wearing headphones gardening one evening and was surprised by the cacophony of one of my neighbors accelerating from the stop at a two-way stop sign. And that noise has persisted for 25 years. Daily, every day, there's someone who guns it off the stop sign. Having said that, I think there is a very strong relationship between reckless driving and noise pollution. And I understand the enforcement issues for just, having police read decibel meters, et cetera, is an issue, but I think that's the number one place to start. I think another anecdote was the Realities for Children fundraiser that used to be held right here locally. This was 15 years ago with my kid. I was riding my bike near the Catholic church, and a motorcycle came ripping out of there, exceeding the speed limit, nearly deafening us. I couldn't even hear what my kid said, but I'm pretty sure he screamed. I approached several police officers who were standing nearby. 2 of them immediately departed. The one that remained seemed to indicate that there was nothing we could do about it because they were raising money. Now, I think that's the kind of attitude that leads to a lack of enforcement, and I think a lack of enforcement leads to contempt for the law. If these people are punished with financial tickets, with financial harm, then they will stop congregating and stop doing this, and it will stop being a peeing contest for who can have the most horrible sounding vehicle. Having said that, also the Lee Martinez neighborhood is constantly interrupted by these gurgle vehicles, which is like an emissions modification. Go after the shops that do this. That should be illegal. Thank you.
Thank you. Roxanne?